Welcome to this week's Coffee and Conversation, where we talk about what we can learn from the kink community. Went to a gathering, conference. It was a work conference. Spanksgiving. And couples and men could learn a lot from that event. What are some things that jumped to mind for you?
Honestly, the very first thing for me is the body acceptance.
Yeah.
That was huge.
And I've heard that from others in the community. I would even argue some that maybe we shouldn't have been so accepting. There was one or two in specific.
There
was
were
like,
a couple that were a little difficult to fully look at.
You can't unsee some things.
But they were not shy.
Yep.
No one was mean. You know, it was just fully accepting.
Very welcoming and
Very
inclusive
welcoming.
community.
Very welcoming.
They had no fucks to give.
No, very inclusive, because we're talking about people who have all kinds of proclivities that you just kind of, even if you have a few proclivities, you're kind of going, oh, that's a little different.
Yeah. my freak level wasn't quite as high as it's normally considered. There were some people there, I was like, the hell is wrong with them? That's crazy shit.
Of course, we didn't say anything out loud.
Didn't say it out loud.
That's not the kind of community it is.
No.
It is all about welcoming and acceptance.
And they're being themselves. They're
Absolutely.
being honest with themselves.
Yes.
And I think it's fair to say the entire socioeconomic arena was represented.
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
barely getting by to people making big six figures living in mansions. There were 400 people there from as far away as Dallas, and you could see
it.
The different ends of
the spectrum.
Some of the clothing in and of itself.
Yeah.
You know, some of the outfits and the leather. That's not inexpensive stuff.
Right.
The one thing that I think straight couples and a lot of the men struggle with is if they could be as open-minded and able to talk and communicate about sex, their desires and their sex life as this community,
yes,
they would be so much better off.
Absolutely. They talk about everything. Everything is discussed. You know,
Classes on consent, different kinds of kink,
different types of negotiation.
Yep. You name it, there was a class for it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there was the dungeon.
There was the dungeon.
Full ballroom. Would you say at least 20 stations between racks, suspension rigs,
probably
spanking benches and all?
Yeah.
So saw some really interesting stuff. And out of 400 people, easily 20% were over 60. Saw some 70-year-olds for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like you can really ask, but so think about that. If you're watching this video and you're in your 40s or 50s and your sex life blows, not literally, and you're not communicating, there's an intentionality about their erotic life in the kink community that's lacking in a lot of regular straight heterosexual relationships. So I think that would be a huge takeaway for you. So something to keep in mind, if you're dissatisfied with your relationship from a connection standpoint, because the connection with these couples was off the hook.
Way off the charts, yeah.
Which leads to the greater and
more
deeper intimacy, fulfillment in their physical. And then understand this, when we're talking BDSM and kink, that doesn't equate to sex.
Right.
Right. So
I heard someone just today even describe kink as anything that helps someone get out of their head and into their moment.
Oh, I like that. And what's kinky for one is not kinky for another.
Right.
Some people think I'm kinky, then you go to a BDSM convention, you go,
so vanilla.
Not vanilla. I'm Rocky Road, damn it. But boy, there are some people there that have been like, You vanilla. But this vanilla couple did get asked if we played by a redheaded hot dom.
She was a professional dominatrix.
Professional dominatrix
so
wanted to play with us.
You know, that was very flattering, but
we passed.
Not for us.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you want to talk about this, send me a message. I'm happy to see if we can't help you with this. If you want to talk with both of us, we do sessions together as well. If you want to do a paired coaching thing, you get the female perspective that way. So, something to consider. Guys, have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.